The following views and opinions in this video does not represent those who unofficially and officially fund this movement. Welcome to the madness.
Alright, cameras here. Salutations, motherfuckers. It's your man's D4 of Social Insecurity, the show. Yeah, it's that time again. I'm on most streaming platforms. If you type in Social Insecurity, the show as a hashtag, you'll find me just about anywhere, except for a few places like Twitter, which I'm barely on there. But on there, I'm insecurity underscore the, some shit like that. They wouldn't let me get the security part for whatever government reasons or some bullshit. First order of business, talking about simping. And simping is very relevant in the social media world, which that's what we talk about here, the insecurities within the social media. Simping is an age-old practice in which a person takes advantage of an opportunity or a circumstance, situation for some type of gain of their own. More than likely, it's about trying to fuck. A simp is a lame putting on for these hoes, and it don't take that to get the draws. And this particular story is no different, but before I get into that, I would like to say simping has no bias. It's just more likely spotted with males and shit. And in essence, it makes it harder for us as men, gilded men, to go about our day to day. Like, we take 2 steps forward as strong men, and here comes some simp motherfucker bringing us 1 step back, because that's how society tends to view men in a whole. Like, simp motherfuckers tend to be like the poster boy of the men of today. You putting an end to that shit though. Alright, so yeah. Simping derives from sympathy. Like some people might try to say it's like a hybrid word, like sorry ass pimp or something, but no. Simp derives from sympathy. Like most people will spell it S-I-M-P. I spell it S-Y-M-P because of its, origin. Anyway, ran across some shit on Facebook, and very simple. Like, the story goes like this. And before I get into the story, let me tell you where it came from. In this particular group where the topic is about memes, like the base of the group is about memes, a lady uses the opportunity to be on some simp shit. She was going through some domestic issues, right? And she made about 4 or 5 different posts in this meme group about her issues. So following that is this simp ass motherfucker, and he goes on to say, and the dialect that I'm about to use just emulates what a douchebag sounds like. So I just seen this post on here about this lady getting away from a domestic violence situation. I just want everyone to know in this group, if you're going through something like that, you can message me on here, and I'll be that person you can talk to and vent to. Look, man, goddamn like that. My God, that type of shit. Get the Columbia necktie. He's taking advantage of the shit he saw by that lady, and using that as a way of, hey, come talk to me. I'm the nice guy, ladies. I'm here for you. Now, who's more at fault for simp shit? Is it the male, or is it the simper, or the simpy? That's the $1 million question. Or at least it's $100,000 question at least. But that shit does not get respected on there or in these streets. Being the simp, the act of simping, that shit spawned the Pick Me initiative. I'm going on record of saying that. Now, other thing I was going to address, new barber alert. New barber alert. Now, new barber alert comes by way of me changing up barbers as of recent. See me, baby. And changing up barbers is kind of like switching girlfriends, so to speak. Even though I'm not big on using that word girlfriend, but you know, just for a lack of term. It's like the one movie called Breaking All the Rules. There was a handbook drafted in this movie because of the difficulty that men go through with the whole breakup process. Like, we don't want to see the emotional display behind saying, hey, this is not working out. It ain't you, it's me. You know, we got to part ways. We don't want the aftermath to come from that shit, so we kind of just like fade to black. So it's like you better off just sliding out the motherfucking way. Alright, so in the past 5 years, I have switched barbers at least 4 times. And going back to the very first one that kind of brought me up to here right now, and mind you, all press is good press, so with me speaking on these individuals, they still gonna get people that fuck with them, whether I talk bad about them or I do not. Starting off with my man Horace. Cool dude, but he's one of them motherfuckers that you show up to the shop and he ain't there. You say he gonna be there, you pull up there and it's a half hour later he either pulling up or is on his way. That type of shit that's taken away from a nigga day. Not to mention he gets there, gets you in a chair, put the wax shit around your neck, you know, the priest collar shit around your neck, put the apron around you and all of that. And then, hey man, you want something from the store? Oh nigga, what the fuck you mean? What's that? Cut my hair? So he go run play his numbers, go run get some cigarettes, go run get a drink, a shot, whatever his crutch is. And he doubles back from the store and you can see this man look out the window and you see this man outside smoking a cigarette, kicking shit with somebody that ain't a motherfucking client of his. Or if they are, they not in the chair right now. You feel me? So then he come back in, get to working on a nigga, get so far into a cut, wants to converse with a mother of one of, you know how the mothers bring their sons in there. Mama just so happen to have a fat ass. So he'll want to talk to her some shit, you know, shoot his little shot here and there. Yeah, the kiki and the shit. Get back to you, you know what I'm saying? Go through all of the motions of making sure your shit right, and then still somehow fuck your line up, you know, and all of that. That's the one thing that's gonna sever ties with any client and the barber is you fucking up the line. Like cutting hair is some easy shit to do. You just don't go against the grain. The only thing that most niggas struggle with is having the vantage point to do a good lineup. Neither here nor there. I got enough of Horse doing shit like that. Unprofessional ass shit, like having no etiquette. So I severed ties with him, went along to fuck with my man Tommy the barber. And Tommy started off with just walk-in appointments, right? He got a little sophisticated and he wanted to do scheduling an appointment type shit. That's cool. Like that whole business savvy shit, I'm with that. With anybody, especially with my people. So when him drafting that initiative, I went along with it in the sense of, you know, it's professionalism. But he started doing this shit where just like how the ladies, when they go to get their hair done at the salon, lady get there and she gotta wait 15-30 minutes because her stylist has a previous client that she's still working on. Now I can understand that in that field because I don't know, I feel like there's some shit that happens to females in the hairdo process that may go wrong, and the stylist has to revamp the strategy to make something work for her client. Now, in the essence of a barber with his client, there's not much you can really fuck up, you know, on your part or the client's part. I mean, you know, if they fall asleep and get one of them type shits, I get it. But neither here nor there. There will be issues where I get to them and I'm having to wait 15 minutes outside of my scheduled time because of a previous client. And this happened too many times to the point where there were a handful of times. Literally, it was not more than 5. I showed up to this guy, and it was past the appointment time. But a few minutes passed. Like, when I say a few, we talking about 10. Man, I almost had to reschedule you, man. You know, I got other people, man. If I had you come in late, it's gonna make it late for the next person and all that. But I don't hear none of that. That energy ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? When I'm showing up on time, I stopped dealing with Tommy because he wanted to go up on the price like most barbers do at the beginning of the fucking year. It seemed like that's the practice or whatever. He inflated his price of service, and you know, I blamed it on the cost of living like they all fucking do. So essentially, I feel like, nigga, your service should improve. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of the price change, you ought to be able to be a better person day by day, year by year, month by the whole whatever. Alright? He was still doing that same shit for the money I was paying last year. So I took that rate of money I was paying last year, and went to a whole new barber, my man Snook. Now, Snook still do the walk-ins like everybody else. He hadn't changed that. And I was like, shit, I'd rather just go with that whole practice like how I did before. If I'm gonna pay, there's no point of me paying more and still getting the same results. So go back to the way I'm used to. Snook is one of those barbers that you have to tell more than 3 times how to cut your hair. Like, all right, so before I get off in all of that, let me go to this. The reason I have a beard today is because Furious Styles, a character emulated by Lawrence Fishburne in the movie Boys in the Hood. Now, it's double standard as far as why I chose that person to want to say what a man should look like. Mainly because this man in this movie represented not only a father to his son, but a father to those who didn't have a father in that community. So the same man had hair on his face. Essentially, at a young age, I looked at that like that. I want that to be me when I'm grown. Now, that said, Snook done went and like redesigned how I want my beard to look type shit, like as far as the lineup. And after I've said, yo, line me up high as possible, you know, I'm making a connection here with facial hair to mustache, and you know, working on that. Can you get me together, my guy? Oh yeah, I got you. And fuck it up anyway. And it's like, dog. So after a number of times of that, and again the whole thing of price inflation, I'm like, shit, I might as well take my business elsewhere, right? Especially when like it happens and like things take place and there's no etiquette to say, yo, I'm about to raise the price because of cost of living, whatever. Don't just assume I know, you know what I'm saying, when barbering is not my field. Nigga, I just come to get serviced. So, recently severing ties with Snook and going right back to a guy that had cut me years ago. One of my alumni brothers, Eastside Detroit ass nigga, my man Chris Cotton. And what you see right now is his work. That's something I can't even understand about barbers. Like, nigga, you want to make sure that shit is tight because it's a walking advertisement for a man to go out in public. You know, I've been told many times, like, that's why I give Tommy credit, because Tommy cut a nigga so good, people be like, yo, cut your hair. Just Tommy's business practice is not all the way there. But, you know, like I said, my man Chris is on his job, straight up. Like, the nigga broke out the barber pencil on me, y'all. You know, got to doing my shit like that. Shit, nigga hit my head with some conditioner and all that shit. Nigga just was, yeah, like exuded the professionalism that any motherfucking dollar amount deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, you set a price, let that be that. You know, apply the service accordingly. What the fuck? There's nothing hard about that. Yeah, that pretty much it, y'all. This recording is unofficially brought to you in part by Uncle Nearest, your favorite uncle, my favorite uncle first. This is the last of it, and I'm going to end this recording on that note. People, y'all stay tuned, and remember, it costs how much? How much? How much? Zero dinero to subscribe to Social Insecurity on the YouTube. On YouTube. Oh, and of course, like I said, follow me on all the other platforms: Insta, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, it's Social Insecurity the show on all of that. Stay tuned, people. The madness never stops. And people, as always, use your brain and not your head. You'll go a lot farther.
If you're on your job, if you're on your job, there's security in that. Most jealousies in America is insecurity.